The US is free of Ebola. Hello and welcome to the Gary Lynch Show with me, Gary Lynch, and these are the stories that piqued my interest today. And if you haven't guessed by now, yes, I've got a cold. This isn't my normal speaking voice. So if you've just tuned in and like, who's this guy? Why does he sound like a Mongol? It's because I have a cold. First up, what's the last thing you expect your hotel guests to be doing? If you answered eating a stranger, you win 1,000 points. A hotel owner has described walking into a blood-soaked room to confront a man accused of murdering a young woman in the act of cannibalism. Mandy Miles came face to face with Matthew Williams, a convicted criminal, after she heard a woman shouting for help from the room where she was staying. Upon opening the door, she encountered the lifeless body of Ceres Yem, a 22-year-old from Blackwood. She says she rang 999 and tried to lock him in the room until the police got there, and luckily enough the police did turn up, and unfortunately the guy who resisted arrest had to be tased and he died from his injuries. Fair play to those cops. People like that there's no hope for. Just put them down, there and then, just put them down. Sorry, cannibalism? Nah, done. And next up, it looks like the US is finally free of Ebola. Craig Spencer, who contracted the virus from Guinea, has been medically cleared, and officials say he has no more signs of Ebola, which means the US is officially Ebola free, and hopefully it stays that way. Next up, do you remember the ferry crash in South Korea a couple of months ago? Well, the captain of that ship, Lee Jong-seok, has been sentenced to up to 30 years in jail, but prosecutors are demanding the death penalty. I'm not sure whether the death penalty is a bit too extreme for him. Yes, they were negligent, and yes, they didn't call for help. They waited till it was way too late before they started evacuating. Him and a few other crew members are also being charged. We'll find out more in the next few days. Next up, if you're looking for a religion that can keep up with your player style, the founder of the Mormon church, Joseph Smith, had as many as 40 wives. I could barely get one, let alone 40. That man has some game. New documents exploring the issue of polygamy, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, said that Mr. Smith carried many additional wives. A once secretive church and religion are actually opening the doors just a little bit, a peek into it. So previous reports of him being loyal to Emma are going right out the window now. They've actually renounced polygamy, even though they've just admitted that the founder of their religion was a polygamist. Kind of a strange one. Lastly, a 21-year-old was found burning alive on top of a train. Brian McLean was taken to hospital on Sunday morning after being discovered by Metro North Railroad workers. Mr. McLean suffered burns to more than 85% of his body, and I don't know how or why he got up on top of the train. I'm guessing he was doing some sort of stunt, because apparently he was a YouTuber and he does some mad skateboarding stunts and all this stuff. But the thing that killed him and set him on fire was the electric lines above. Obviously the arm come down, he didn't realise, boom, how many volts going through your body, boom, on fire. It's a sad tragedy. You shouldn't be fucking about on top of trains like that. How do you think the trains run? Do you think they run on free will and gummy bears, do you? Fuck's sake. And that's it for today's show. I always put the links down below in the description to check them out. Check out my previous video there. Have a good evening and I'll see you tomorrow.